I am a British portrait photographer. One of the best things about my job is that no day is ever the same. One day I could be photographing a corporate businessman, and the next day I could be photographing a singer in a field somewhere. That does also mean that you need all kinds of skills to pull out of your bag depending on the brief. Shoots like this very often start with an idea that I've had. Sometimes I'm given a brief or a very vague brief, and from that I've got to pull out something that's just a bit more interesting or really get more specific with it. Today I photographed Rachel, and Rachel is a singer. I photographed her several times before. The brief was to get something summery, nice and light-hearted, and really sort of bright but beautiful images. I like starting with an idea. Something will just pop into my head, and I'll keep thinking about it and I'll keep elaborating on that. Start to sketch a few things down, think about a colour palette, what works, what doesn't work. I'll work with my hair and makeup artist to fine-tune all of that to come together so the overall looks not only suits that person, but we can just create the whole scene from that point. Once we know what they're wearing, how their hair's going to be, how the makeup's going to be, we can just create the whole scene from that point. We had to concentrate on her, but it was a perfect opportunity to shoot outside in this beautiful scenario and just incorporate as much of the location as we really could. It's really important that we all just have a really good time, because if everyone's relaxed and enjoying themselves, I do think it makes for a better atmosphere and ultimately you get a better shot. We actually decided to incorporate two shoots together. And the reason being is I started off on a huge creative path for one shot, and as it goes, scenarios presented themselves where I thought this could end up being two. The first shot is a nice summer, outdoors, relaxed kind of feel. We wanted it to be as natural as possible, but I didn't want the model to just be stood somewhere in a field. I wanted her to be able to do something, just incorporate maybe one other element, something. And I thought, do you know what would be really nice is if we could have the model perhaps like on a swing. If you were just this beautiful scenario where, you know, you stumbled across this beautiful swing that was hanging from a tree, there's late afternoon sun, and it's got this beautiful, relaxed, nice feel about it. So I decided that we should make a swing. Let's make this swing and let's make it look absolutely beautiful. Now, that's not in my skill set. So of course, shots like this need huge production value. It's not just me that's involved here. The model was in position, everything was about to happen. I had my neutral density filter on because I planned to get sort of quite a shallow depth of field, shoot about 2.8, but I'm using a light as well, so I thought, I'm probably going to need some help to make this scene darker. And then literally as soon as I held my camera up, the sun broke. All chaos, just crazy. I was throwing neutral density filters at people. I was just handing people skyport triggers and I put the lights down, it's all working, everybody jump out the way. I, like everybody else, can be guilty of overlighting a scene. But sometimes you just need to put the photographer to one side, look at the scene in front of you and think, does this actually need an external light? And if the natural light is doing its job, well, sometimes you just got to let it and take the picture. For the shot with the swing, I thought it might be quite nice to add another element to it. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice if we had a horse? So I put a message out to my network. Has anybody got a grey horse that I could borrow? And of course, there were just loads of people that got in touch. And then another lady got in touch and said, well, I don't have a grey horse, but I have a Frisian horse. Well, Frisians are black, so it's the total opposite of the grey that we were after. After she sent me a picture of this Frisian, it all changed. This had to be really full of drama. So I thought, well, let's have like a real dark, inky sky, the kind that you get just before it goes completely dark. Have him right in front of that inky sky. And I needed something else, just something to make it pop. And I thought, colour red would be perfect. My initial thought was to bring in my model in the red dress, something like a nice long red satin dress which would really stand out against the black. I thought that would make it all come together. As it goes, when I brought her into the scene, it just didn't look quite right. Something was it just wasn't working for me. So I thought I'd introduce my model in the silver dress and just add one element of colour. So we kept the dress more neutral and added an element of pink, and that way it made it all come together, and it was so much more subtle than that big red dress right in the centre of the frame. I had to cheat my way into getting that inky sky. So the first thing that I did was add a polarizer onto the front of my lens, because I thought, well, that's easily going to get me a few stops darker to underexpose it. And then I'll bring in a big light source of some description, but not so big that it would terrify the horse, because that would just give us huge problems. The thing that I love about this shot is you wouldn't think for 1 second you would have that number of people, somebody holding a light, somebody controlling a horse, somebody throwing a bit of fabric, other people just there to watch everything and make sure everything would come together. If you pulled back and you saw all those people standing around and saw what it took to get that shot, that's what you don't appreciate sometimes in photography, is how much of a team effort this is to get one picture.